sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready. No matter what the technical difficulty is, this man is a professional. He goes all the way.
What you represent to them is freedom.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. 8 p.m. on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense. That's right, out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here, and we have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to support the show and support SHR Media, go to Reaver.one and click on the shop button. Today's going to be a shit day, and I know it. I know it. I know it is. I turned 45 today. And I don't know why. I really don't know why, but it is bugging me. It is, and I don't know why. I've never had a birthday bother me before, but today turning 45 is, But I'm going to try to forget that, and we'll get on with the show. Trump has now tapped campaign rival Governor Rick Perry for Secretary of Energy, I think it is. This man doesn't mind. He understands the battle, it seems like, when you go through this stuff, and he doesn't get all in the Twitter about the battles that went on. That says a lot about the man right there. It really does. You got people that they battled, all right? During the primary. They went tooth and nail at each other. Several of them, kept it personal afterwards. But Trump has he understands it's the way it goes. And he's looking at who's who and who would be best for the administration. And I can respect that. I really can. I can respect that wholeheartedly. And, of course, we'll hear from Pelosi and a couple other Democrats. Hold on. Ooh, big tech stomach today. And I can't. Several movie stars and sports figures, African Americans, are there for some reason. I don't know. Not that it makes a difference. Just saw they had them on TV and kind of trying to figure out who they were again. All we'll hear from the Democrat, though, is about Tillis and all these others. They are on, what is it? Shit. Damn it. Forgot. Unqualified. That's the new one they're using. If they're not a white supremacist, they're unqualified. And that's all we hear from Pelosi and the Democrats. And it gets really tiresome. It really does. And I feel bad constantly talking about it, but that's all the Democrats talk. They don't. Well, the new one is because Tillis got a friendship award from Russia. Ooh. Didn't Hillary Clinton get one of those fucking things? I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but those things are handed out. It's more of a ceremonial type thing than actual, oh, we're friends. It's ridiculous. It really is. It makes me laugh. They got Russia so far in the head, and I don't know. I guess they think it is going to sway people, but it's not. It's not. It's, God. It really is pissing a lot of people off. Everybody I talk to talks about how it's turning them off to the Democrats or just plain out pissing them off. They look like sore losers. It really does. Oh, God. It is... I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Maybe they're not thinking. Maybe that's the main problem. We'll get more into it. First thing I want to talk about, and this happens every year around this time. We're getting close to the holidays. And there is a volunteer organization, I believe it is, Wreaths Across America. They put down wreaths on the graves at Arlington. The government doesn't pay for it. It's this company that does it. I guess you want to call it a company. They take in donations, and again, they're coming up short. And they need help. They're a few thousand short to cover heavy headstone at Arlington National Cemetery with a fresh evergreen wreath on December 17th. What is their website? Because I know my listeners would be more than glad to go in and help out. Let me see. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Oh. Don't ask me why. But I typed, instead of wreath, I typed wrath. It's wreathsacrossamerica.org. Go there, help them out. This is a good cause, people. They're just putting some, they're putting a symbolic, wreath on the tombstones of people that gave the most. They gave their lives for us. The least we could do is help to make sure that they have a Merry Christmas. Oh no, I said Merry Christmas. Is the Democrats going to come and yell at me how I offended them? Some school put up a Charlie Brown Christmas display, and it has to be taken down because it might offend the Muslims. Fuck you, Muslims. You wonder why people... You wonder why. You do all this shit and piss off the people. You wonder why you get a bad rep. You're pissing people off. You really are. You're pissing people off. And it's not a good thing. And you have a group. I don't know if we'll get to the article, but I'll tag on it a little bit. It's actually, I think, a Hispanic group. Let me see if I can find it. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that these idiots are doing it. Because it's proving the conservatives right about immigrants, especially the illegal immigrants we have coming into this country. It's proving it right. Because we've said that they're not integrating. They just want a liberation. They want, not integration. They don't want to become part of our society. They don't want to be part of our society. If you don't want to integrate into our country, then you're here to change our country and not for the better. Just as if I go to Idiotistan, I would have to integrate into being an idiot. Or just join the Democrat Party. All right, bad joke. I mean, it's... Every country has it. You come into the country, you integrate into their way of doing things. Here it is. Protesters storm the stage, disrupt Representative Luis Gataria's speech at refugee and immigrant conference. He is a representative for a Democrat in Illinois, and he was in Tennessee giving a speech. I'm going through. As you can imagine, some of the attendees here are scared, worried, and angry and stressed. We understand that things like this happen in democracy, especially on certain times like these. The spokesman added about it. Well, no, it isn't. No, that does not happen. Maybe it happens in Democrat, but that's unlawful. You don't storm and take just what you want. It's not how adults act. You don't rush a stage and take control. That's not even protesting. That's just being a douchebag. And that tells me that you have no respect for our laws. You have no respect for anything. You have no respect for yourself. One eyewitness who was present at the conference when the disruption took place offers a more detailed versions of the event. A group of mostly non-black activists started screaming about black immigrant rights and rushed the stage, blocking the speaker with a banner that said, "What about my family? What about sex workers, LGBTQ folks, Muslim immigrants, criminalized immigrants, not one more deportation." Understand, it's called law. They broke the law. It's plain and simple. I don't know how much more we can explain it. And that's it. It may start with, well, we're not going to enforce immigration because we don't think it's right. What's next? What law don't we enforce next? Rape. Well, a lot of these Muslims incoming, That one will be pretty sure to go to wayside soon. It's not an exaggeration. You have in Europe rape happening at a high rate. And it's the Muslim persuasion. I don't understand. It does not make sense at all. And that's what really bothers me, is that there's no rhyme or reason. It just... Dang. Got a little tickle in the back of my throat. I don't get it. Democrats went from being the party of law to the party about making accusations. And that's all they do. Make accusations. They accuse. They point their finger. And that's it. And they talk about proof. Democrats love proof. But everything they point their finger at, they have no proof. I don't know. Yeah, it's... And then they're all up in arms about... They're finally starting to talk about... the violence within Chicago. And their idea is, after complaining that, and blaming on the Republicans about the strict laws that are putting black people in prison, they're looking at increasing the penalties. And who's the one that increased them? Bill Clinton. He was the one that made it such that it was throwing everybody in prison. It was Bill Clinton that did it. But then they blame the Republicans for everything. It's mind-boggling, stupid. It really is. I can only say so many words about it, and unfortunately, it's a common talking point. But how many ways can you say it that the Democrats just are like a child, constantly doing something wrong and pointing their finger? And there's no real I don't know what the real solution is. I don't know. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media High Plains Pundit Radio. Oh, quick announcement. There will not be a live Sackheads radio show tonight. BZ's under the weather. Sackhead Sean's dealing with an injury right now. And I'm not sure where Clint is. He might be on his walkabout again. So, no live Sackheads tonight. It'll just be Southside Much Show and Ken the Conservatives. But you're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense, and we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our Gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's Bigfooted enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
A team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cow for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mud Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the Reaver of Common Sense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. So, we're back to the Russia. It's Russia's fault. Russia. Yeah. So, I think it was yesterday, an unnamed source within the CIA leaked a report saying that they have proof and know who the person is. I always love those unnamed sources. You can't confirm or deny it. You can't disprove it because you can't talk to the person to prove them wrong. So, it's always that question. Is it or isn't it true? Well, Reuters ran an article, which is kind of funny, that the left wing is running an article that says the top U.S. spy agency has not embraced the CIA assessment on Russia hacking. The overseer of U.S. intelligence community has not embraced a CIA assessment that Russia's cyber attacks were aimed at helping Republican President-elect Donald Trump win the election, 3 American officials said on Monday. While the Office of Direct National Intelligence does not dispute the CIA's analysis of Russian hacking operation, it has not endorsed their assessment because lack of conclusive evidence that Moscow intended to boost Trump over Democrat opponent Hillary Clinton, said the officials, who declined to be named. It's really like he said, she said. Oh my God. We are looking worse than a monkey fucking a football right now as a country. Seriously. This has us looking ridiculous. Why? So the Democrats can cry about losing an election? Get over it, Buttercup. Jesus. You lost. Lick your wounds. Pick yourself up. And get back. I don't understand it. And that's the worst. It bugs me because I can't understand their... They look like idiots. They do. And running around Russia. And then you have this John Podesta running around like a moron. Oh. Worse than a little girl. I don't know. Just... You're done. Go on. Pick yourself up. Figure out what you did wrong. Don't you think maybe your party's turning to shit and has the wrong ideology? Do you ever think that maybe Americans don't want this bullshit that you're pushing on us? That they're not buying it? Or is it everybody else's fault? Everything is everybody else's fault. I don't know. It is tiresome, sickening. Just the same excuses over and over again. Enough. I think the ones that are unqualified at this point are the ones whining. The ones that aren't changing their party. The ones that aren't doing anything. They pushed the last election. It was 2008. And they pushed how they were a party of youth. They were a party of... all different cultures. And their leadership in the House is 77 years old. That's not the party of youth. It really is kind of old. They're not willing to really adjust. That's going to be their downfall. So it was asked of Donald Trump's spokesman, Jason Miller. It was put to him again. And he told reporters it's that most people are getting tired of it. And we are getting tired of it. Tired of the left-wing conspiracies. I know they always are the ones accusing the right. Well, the ones that really floating the most are the liberals. They have more conspiracy theories. Now, what's the new? Oh, we're going to have a sickle implanted on our flag. Yeah, we're going to have a Russian sickle. Get over it. The Chicken Little Sky is Falling is pretty sad. It's pretty sad that you have to go to that. That is your last opportunity. The sky is falling. And we've been hearing it so much. And I don't know, but I've been told It would seem that the Democrats are getting old. It's the same thing. There's no evidence, none whatsoever, but yet they keep yammering on. Keep just yipping about it. And nothing. No proof. There's zero proof. It's all empty, baseless accusations to try to save what's left of their party. Their party's going down in flames, and has been. We've talked about it. The party's going down in flames. And what's their bright idea? Russia! Russia, Russia, Russia. It's... If they actually sat back... I mean, they won all those years because they were the party for the middle class. And now they're the party for the minority. And it's hurting them more than helping them. It is really hurting them. And they don't see it. That's. They're supposed to be smarter than everybody else. They talk about how they're smarter than everybody else, but yet they don't show it. And Reuters reports, while the Office of ODNI does not dispute, it has not endorsed, it intends to not endorsing their assessment because of the lack of conclusion evidence. Several senators have suggested there should be an investigation into the matter after news reports have emerged expressing concern from the CIA about Russian involvement in the election to promote Trump over Clinton. And that's kind of a joke to say right there because, well, who has been controlling the media? The Democrats. Who got their ass kicked? The Democrats. So we're supposed to have investigations because the Democrats lost. That's not a reason to investigate. It might be a reason to laugh. All it is an attempt by the left. They know Donald Trump is going to make Obama and the Democrats look ridiculous over the next 4 years. They know it. So they got to try to delegitimize his presidency. They got to undermine it right now. It is somewhat comical. One of them that's, well, actually, we'll get to that one right after. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio. We will be right back after these messages.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cow for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the Reaver of Common Sense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date on everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey expansion is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I try. I know I'm a little bit out of it today. It's my birthday. I could be out of it today. It's my birthday and I'll cry if I want to. I'm trying to be like Keith Olbermann. One day I'll grow up and be like Keith Olbermann, get fired from a bunch of jobs, act like an idiot. Wait, I've already done that. Man, Keith Olbermann, he's a nut job. And now his big thing is screaming, we help us. We're in the wake of Russia's coup of the United States. This is treacherous. Republicans are indifferent to it. No, they're indifferent to your bullshit. That's what they're indifferent to. They're indifferent to the bullshit. This Chicken Little, sky's falling bull crap. They're not buying it. And you don't like it because they're not buying the bullshit. They're not falling for the Chicken Little, sky's falling. And it upsets you. I understand. But he's acting, oh my God. Whew. He's nuts. That guy is nuts. He's nuttier than a fruitcake. Seriously, this guy needs help. I mean, he's going on and on. And on Monday, he said that the Americans are the victim of a Russian coup enabled by treacherous Republicans who are indifferent in wake. We're at war with Russia. And this just seems like what these goddamn Democrats want. They want a Cold War back with Russia without us being armed. But he goes on, or perhaps we're more correctly, we have lost the war with Russia without a battle. We are no longer a sovereign nation. You're damn right we're not a sovereign nation because of cocksuckers like you. Cocksuckers like you that have us with open borders. That is not a sovereign nation, you dumbass. We are no longer a democracy. We never were a democracy. We are no longer free people. We are victims of a bloodless coup. So far, the bloodless coup engineered by Russia with the treacherous indifference of the Republican Party. Dude, you are a conspiracy theory worse. Worse than Alex Jones. You're worse than Jesse Ventura, this guy is. That's it. He's the... Well, Jesse Ventura is not the right, but... Oh my God, he makes Jesse Ventura look sane. Keith Olbermann he needs to be in a nut house is what he needs to be. You know, and it's funny. I remember hearing the people on the right doing this, and now it's on the left. Permitting Donald Trump to assume the office of president reduces the chance that we'll have any further elections. Oh, my God. I thought that rhetoric on the right was dumb. Oh, man, this guy, holy shit. He went on, the nation and all of our freedoms hang by a thread. And the military apparatus of this country is about to be handed over to scum, who are beholden to scum, Russian scum. As things are today, January 20th will not be an inauguration, but rather the end of the United States as an independent country. It will not be a peaceful change of power. It will be a usurpation, and the usurper has no validity, no credibility, and no authority under the Constitution. Yeah, a leftist is talking about the Constitution. Woo-hoo! That's a new one. That's a new one. Woo. What does he know about the Constitution? Oh, did it. And here's what's funny. Here's what's really, really funny. You have Harry Reid. Batshit senile Harry Reid out there. Yeah, Pelosi. Actually, not so much Pelosi. But you know what I'm talking about. All these idiots about Russia. Russia. Obama has come out and emphatically denounced the conspiracy theory, saying Russia successfully tampered with the American voting process. Quote, "We were frankly more concerned in the run-up to the elections to the possibility of voter tampering, which we did not see evidence of, and we are confident that we can guard against." See, now, one of the things I didn't realize, and I forget who wrote it, but they're exactly right. Jill Stein did us all a favor. She proved in 3 states there is zero hacking. And this is funny. The man that's been starting all this shit is Mike Morrell, the former acting director of the CIA. And he works for longtime Clinton aide, Felipe, I'm messing up, Reigns. He is also the one that crafted the misleading Benghazi talking points. Surprising. Very, very surprising. Vanity Fair. Angry white Trump voters wanted submissive Russian women. Oh my fucking God, are they getting nuts with this? And dude, the left has literally lost their mind. Not figuratively. They have literally lost their mind. They need a mental hospital. On the wire, populous earthquakes make 2017 the great unknown. Alan Thicke just died at the age of 79 or 69. He was the star of Growing Pains. Man, there's a lot of actors dying. Now, oh, this should be interesting. And I'm going through some stuff, and as I do the show, I'm also looking to see what's out there and for tomorrow's show. And heck with that, I'm putting this in today's show. Oh, yeah. Elizabeth Warren bashes Hillary Clinton supporters. Whoopsie. She's going after a Hillary supporter for mildly praising Donald Trump. This is, quote, hedge fund managers like Whitney Tilson are thrilled by Donald Trump's economic team of Wall Street insiders. Tilson knows that despite all the stunts and rhetoric, Donald Trump isn't going to change the economic system. He's going to tilt the playing field even further for those as the very top. Now, what's even funnier is, didn't this batshit crazy woman support Hillary Clinton? Hillary Clinton had more ties to Wall Street than friggin' Donald Trump did. Jesus Christ. The insanity on the left is scary. It really is. I can't even. No, I can't. I can't. Nope. Don't even ask me. Not going to do it. Oh, my God. This woman, Miss Fake News, Fake American Indian, they're getting nuts on the left. So LeBron James is on the cover of, I think, where is it? Sports Illustrated, and he's taking a stand, and he's wearing a safety pin. LeBron James needs a safety pin. Oh my! I have never seen so many babies in my life. It's funny. It's funny that they use a safety pin because they're full of shit. What do safety pins hold up? Diapers. For little babies. So I find it funny. They choose a safety pin. An object used for babies to keep the shit from falling out. God, I hope that safety pin doesn't break on the Democrat Party. The shit that'll be flowing into the United States. Problem with Democrats is they stuck their hands in too many things. They tried to get into too many different identity politics, and now they're going, uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are we going to do? We're in trouble. And they just, I think they would have more. Actor Jim Brown, who was one of the gentlemen that was at Trump Tower. People going against the election are going against America. Plain and simple. Self-explanatory. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio. And we will be right back.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. And we also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date on everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe. And this one I can't make sense of. Kind of made sense once I realized who this jackass was. John Weaver. His Twitter is @JWGOP. This fucking scumbag. He was John Kasich's strategist. Anything short of American people learning every detail of this cyber 9/11 attack on our country is a victory for Putin. This imaginary conspiracy fucking theory of Russian involvement and comparing it to 9/11, you piece of fucking shit. You are disgusting. You are vile. And you're a sorry excuse for a human. No wonder why John Kasich friggin' failed. Having an idiot like you behind him. You're the strategist to make a scumbag comment like that? Piece of shit. And it is kind of funny. Let's see. We got to hear about the Democrats screamed that the emails were nothing. They're no big deal. It's not an issue. No one cares about it. And now, all of a sudden, we lost because emails were hacked. It's such a big deal. Yeah, someone put, what's the hack? It's yoga emails. And again, yeah. I'm looking through the Twitter of this idiot, people commenting. He got pretty lambasted for that comment, too. But it's the recount of 3 state shows. And the liberal federal judge even said there's no hacking. Nothing. There's no proof. There's nothing. Nothing there. But yet the Democrats want to keep going on with this charade. It shows it is a conspiracy theory. The Democrat president has even said there is no hacking. It is a conspiracy theory. Ay. I mean, how dumb can you be? It's a bunch of contradiction within itself. It really is. They're going on about this Russia hacking, and it's been proven that there's no hacking. The CIA, if They knew who this was. Obama administration, time and time again, has proven that they would have outed who it was. They would have had him arrested or put out a warrant for the arrest and made a big publicity about it. He's done it. For 8 years now, he's done that. So why wouldn't he do it now all of a sudden? Because they don't know who it is. There's several ambassadors in foreign countries and stuff that say they know exactly who this is. They know who it is. And it's someone that works for the DNC, for Hillary Clinton's campaign. It is someone close that leaked those emails, that saw what was going on, and had a conscience. But, you know, we'll go with the conspiracy theory of the sky is falling. Because it sounds so good. And someone just created, I forget the lawyer, it says, if the gloves are a fussin', then it must be the Russians. The fake news continues with the left. They're the worst of them all. Worst of them all when it comes to it. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm on Obama's side by any means, because this is also what he had to say. And let me see if I can get the actual recording, because this was pretty disgusting. Waiting for stuff to load up. I should have had this up and running, and I do apologize. But those that listen know I'm a dumbass. Now, I don't have any idea who or what this is, so if it doesn't mean anything, I'll shut it off, but here.
My general theory is that if I was clear in my own mind about who I was, comfortable in my own skin, and had clarity about the way in which race continues to be this powerful factor in so many elements of our lives, but that it is not the only factor in so many aspects of our lives, that we have by no means overcome the legacies of slavery and Jim Crow and colonialism and racism, but that the progress we've made has been real and extraordinary.
The multimedia marketplace.
If I'm communicating my genuine belief that those who are not subject to racism
the multimedia marketplace.
Can sometimes have blind spots or lack appreciation of what it feels to be on the receiving end of that, but that doesn't mean that they're not open to learning and caring about equality and justice, and that I can win them over because there's goodness in the majority of people.
Okay, that background noise is really pissing me off. Basically, he comes out and says that that America by no means has overcome legacy of slavery, Jim Crow, colonialism, and racism. Let that sink in. We elected our first black president. We went to war years, decades upon decades ago. Only country to go to war to end slavery. He's in the party that fought to keep slavery. He's in the party that fought against civil rights. He's in the party that created the KKK. He's in the party that created the Jim Crow laws. He's in the party that fought civil rights tooth and nail, that filibustered it. Let that sink in, people. Let that sink in. He's in the party that embodies that slavery, the racism. He's in that party. He represents that party. By all means. And then he wants to talk about that it's not over. You know, he's right. I'm not black. I don't know what it's like to have that. But let me tell you, it's no fucking cakewalk being white. There's no fucking privilege. They play on guilt. They play on fear of people. That's all they do. Democrat Party has no real substance. Nothing. It is sad. And you really see that they have nothing this election by them losing. Because what have we heard? Unqualified, racist, white supremacist, anti-Semitic, unqualified, racist, unqualified, anti-Semitic, unqualified. That's all they got. Nothing else. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com. and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet via the glorious SHR media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mud Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays 2 ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe. I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. I'm having fun. The fake news shit. It's blowing up. The American people are fed up. The people. And the people are seeing how, number one, it's the fake news thing is to try to discredit conservatives, because that's the only ones. Secondly, it's to try to cover up the actual stories that are out there, because we know the mainstream media doesn't want to actually talk about what actually happened. I don't know. The whining still. Fake news is a joke because they're trying to deflect and distract from the real topics. And one of them is the fake news that the left was using. They were lying their ass off. So they're trying to point their fingers at everybody else. Because, well, then they can't accuse us of lying because they're just trying to copy what we're doing. Well, no. I call out what I see, and I see what I call out. Trying to figure out also how much money did Jill Stein actually make? How much money she was left over with? Because I know we'll not be notified of that. Even though she promised every cent would only be used. It's funny, she would say that every cent would only be used for the recount. And her lawyer made other statements, and her site says other statements. It's things that make you go, indubitably. I don't know. I know he's not going to be able to do it overnight, and it's going to take years, maybe decades, but hopefully we can get this country fixed. I really do. And one of the things we have to do is straighten out the Democrat Party. They got to get straightened out. They're just really hurting themselves. Bad. And I see Obama has officially not given up. And what I mean by that, he is sending the UN Arms Trade Treaty to the Senate for ratification again. He's tried multiple times. It has not gone through. So with just over a month left in office, and no gun control achievement to speak of during his time in the White House, President Obama has sent the United Nations Arms Trade Treaty to the Senate for one last shot. One last try. Oh. He's persistent. He's persistent. I'll give him that. The Arms Trade Treaty garnered a lot of attention as it moved through various bureaucrat channels back in 2012 and 2013. It was reported that the treaty was supported by 46 senators, 2 of whom were independents, of course, Bernie Sanders and Angus King, and the rest of whom were Democrats. It was signed by Secretary of State John Kerry on September 25th, 2013, but it is not binding because Republican senators shot down ratification efforts. At the time that Kerry signed the treaty, the NRA warned this treaty threatens individual firearm ownership with an invasive registration scheme and is full of regulations and requirements that are blatantly attacks on the constitutional right of every law-abiding American. The registration scheme referenced by the NRA is a clear and present danger, which still presents itself in this latest ratification attempt. This is because the ATT is advertised as a way to monitor and control the movement of small arms and light weapons across the borders. To that end, the treaty encourages records for end use or end users to be maintained for a minimum of 10 years after weapons reach their final destination. This requires the creation of a database of sales records, which would include information on the weapons and the owners, and that information would be internationally maintained. Realize this is a UN treaty. The registration scheme referenced by the NRA is... Well, sorry, I kind of got lost on that. Did it? Yeah, I screw up. I know that. It is warned that firearm registration must proceed from the ATT if it is to be enforceable. Think about it. If a goal of the treaty is to stop the movement of small arms and light weapons across borders, how can agents tasked with enforcing this treaty ascertain the origins of smuggled weapons without a comprehensive registration on file? The treaty gives gun controllers an opportunity to usurp the authority of the Second Amendment, replacing it with the authority of the UN, an unaccountable international body that lacks commitment to the natural right which serves as guiding principle of our founding fathers. And this is what he has tried to push again. Shot down, but he's going to try it again. Senator Bob Corker, a Republican from Tennessee, released a statement on Obama's new attempt at ratification, saying, since 2012, many senators, including myself, had expressed opposition to the Small Arms Treaty, citing an array of concerns with Second Amendment rights. Nothing has changed over the last 4 years to suggest the treaty is in our national interest and will remain dead in the water. I reiterate my strong opposition and will work with my colleagues to protect the rights of Americans. But I worry some of these senators might give in and try to give them a little going away present. It would be immediately be locked up in court. This would not be enforceable in the United States as the Constitution overrides any treaty signed. This next article had me laughing my ass off. On Tuesday, on MSNBC, Representative Jim Himes, a Democrat from Connecticut, who is calling for electoral college to vote against President-elect Donald Trump, said Trump's outrageous lies meant Trump was not qualified to be president. A Democrat is worried about a person lying. A Democrat. I want to know, did he say this with a straight face, or was this a big joke? And he goes on to say, well, look, it's accumulated things. I've watched this president-elect and set out to give him the benefit of the doubt. Right there, it's a bunch of bullshit. And then watched him sort of make up just quite outrageous lies. The idea of 2 to 3 million fraudulent votes cast in this election. Jackass, let's go to the hacked conspiracy theory that your party is pushing. There's no facts behind it. 0 facts. And yet you keep pushing it. That 2 to 3 million fraudulent votes cast in this election did not come from Trump, and that's the part that these idiots don't talk about. It comes from an independent group called Vote the Truth. They're going over registration rolls, and they have found 2 to 3 million people who are not legal to vote. They have found where some ballots got returned, and it was like 150 of them all got bounced to one address that didn't exist. And the names were fraudulent to begin with. The idea that he won a historic political victory, none of these are true. That comes down to an opinion. And opinion is not true or false. It's his opinion, and it's opinion of a lot of people, you dumbass. You're confusing facts and opinions. I know Democrats need dictionaries because they don't understand basic words. But those are his opinions. And unlike crazy Uncle Mike down at the TGI Fridays, what the president says really matter. It moves market. It makes a difference in how people behave around the world. Well, how about our president pushing this goddamn we're still in Jim Crow Day? You didn't bitch about that, did you? Yeah, you kept your fucking mouth shut on that, and you became a good little bitch boy. Drives me up all these people do. I try not to yell anymore. I try not to. I don't want to. But they make me. It's their fault. I'm telling you, it's their fault. I'm going to be a Democrat and blame everything on them. Everything. I just farted. It's Democrats' fault. I just stubbed my toe. It's the Democrats' fault. Trump's not taking the intelligent reports every day right now. He doesn't feel the need. We have a president that doesn't take them. An acting president that doesn't take them. I don't hear him complaining about that, do I? A acting president that does not take intelligent reports. A president-elect that's not taking them. But then he complains that he met with Kanye West at his Trump Tower. He's meeting with a lot of people. They're nitpicking, and that's all they're doing. They're nitpicking. They don't have anything else, so they're going to nitpick. They can't do anything else, so they're just going to nitpick. They're going to create. And then he said the final straw when President-elect trashed the intelligent community and stand up for the Kremlin. Well, when you have the intelligent community playing politics instead of being the intelligent community, yeah, damn right you call them out. Just like I'm calling you out for being... You're being a mouthpiece. You're running a talking points, and that's all you're doing here is talking points. And now, even though he's against the Electoral College, he wants the electorals to vote against Trump. So you lost an election and you're going to cry like a little bitch. That's what it comes down to. Just calling it like I see it. And the facts are that, not an opinion. And you talk about constitutional mechanisms and Federalist Papers. You talk about all that. Yeah. Try acting like you know about it. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio. I will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet. Via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the Reaver of Common Sense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. So, billionaire Microsoft founder and philanthropist Bill Gates traveled to Trump Tower on Tuesday afternoon for a visit with President-elect Donald Trump. Earlier in the day, Gates praised Trump on CNBC for his message to America a better place economically and compared him to former President John F. Kennedy. In the same way President Kennedy talked about the space mission and got the country behind that, I think whether it's education or stopping epidemics, other health breakthroughs, finishing polio, and in this energy space, there could be a very upbeat message that his administration is going to organize things, get rid of regulatory barriers, and have American leadership through innovation. Excuse me, what the hell? I'm just like, whew. I do that all the time. My mind replaces certain letters and words. And that's what's going on. The Democrats have added so many goddamn regulations. It's embarrassing. It's killed businesses. It's killed small businesses. You can't keep up with all the regulations, taxes. Jesus Christ. Myself and Crash, we had a business at one point, small business. And the taxes alone are what put our company out of business. As a small business, we could not afford it. Especially, I lived in Florida. He lives in New Jersey. And because of it, I was taxed. Even though I've never taken a dime from the company. Literally, never taken a dime. We had to pay the state of New Jersey a tax. And it usually was like $700 a year. We couldn't afford it. We're a small business. We had losses every year, and we were just starting out, and it killed our business. The regulations and all that, it just was overwhelming. The taxes are overwhelming. And that's what the Democrats want. They push that. They push it. Because it's more money in their pocket. They talk all this everybody's equal bull crap. That's the shiny keys that they shake in front of you. Why they take your wallet out of your back pocket. And that's the part a lot of people don't realize. That's going on. They're shaking those keys in front of you and picking your pocket. And that's the Democrat Party. That's what they do. And if you want to stand up for them, go right ahead. That's your prerogative. I'm not going to stop you. But let's get real here, people. And let's really talk about what's going on. It's just... Bill Gates is a pretty good left-leaner, too. He's a very progressive. And he's even saying he can see the benefits of a President Trump. It's going to be good for business. We're not talking that it's going to stop all the, it's going to be this anti-climate type atmosphere. No, but it's also going to do away with the regulations that are killing everything in this country for this false idea. We need to take care of the earth. We have to take care of it. But it's at the point we are really destroying everything of ours. Anything by over-regulating for this. It's not healthy. It's hurting us more than anything. I've talked about it to nauseum, and it's really... How much can I keep talking about it? I know it's got to be boring you guys because it bores me. But if we don't talk about it, then it's almost acknowledging, and it allows the Democrats to get away with it, with these regulations. And it's not they're winning. I don't give a shit about who wins and who loses. It's about the American people prospering. We haven't done that the last 8 years. We haven't done that in a while. I mean, Bush, I don't think was bad. I don't even think Clinton was super bad. I mean, he did some stupid shit with the NAFTA. But it's... I don't know, just lately we've been going down a very bad path. And it hasn't helped America. It's been helping globally. Yeah, globally, yeah. Our regulations are dead on. Well, we got to worry about our country first. When our economy's doing good, globally it's doing good. And that's what a lot of people are forgetting. If we can get our country back on track, it sets into motion a whole new economic growth in the world. I don't know. To me, it's common sense. It really is just common sense that says, hey, if we're doing better, the world's doing better. But, I don't know. It seems some other people are out for their own agendas and not what's best for the country. Democrat Representative Chaka Fatata. I don't know. Chaka Fatata. He's Chaka Fatata. Chaka Fatata. Anyway, he has been found guilty, and sentenced for bribery, stealing campaign contributions, charitable donation, and federal grant money to finance his personal lifestyle. He's been sentenced to 10 years in prison. Shocking. Politician. Now, if that would have been Hillary, yeah, excuses would have been made. But I'm glad to see a politician going to jail, getting convicted for their illegal activity. There's not a better group that deserves it than politicians. They're just a legal version of the mafia. That's all. It's just funny. It's funny to me. A lot of things are funny to me. And of course, I talked briefly about it. Pelosi said Tillerson, who's been named by Trump as Secretary of State. You ready for this? He's unqualified. With all due respect to the president's nominee, perhaps he's suitable for something else. What it is they know this guy is going to be good. They know it. That's why they're unqualified. If Trump is as good as I think he's going to be, and the Democrats know it, they may not see the presidency for a while. Trump could be the next best thing to the Republican Party since Abraham Lincoln and Ronald Reagan. Not saying he is them, but he has a possibility to make them great like that again. And with that, that's the show. Don't forget, tonight, Sackheads will not be live. There will be a replay. But you will have live the Southside Much So and Ken the Exceptional Conservatives. Buddy. Damn, I'm tongue twisted today. So tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll be back tomorrow for the Reaver of Common Sense. You know the time. You know the channel. It is shrmedia.com and 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Till then, have a great day. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on hppundit.com and shrmedia.com.